I tested 15 self-improvement habits on myself like a lab rat with a vision board. And what happened next was borderline insane. 1. Make the bed. I used to think making the bed was for people who have their lives way too together. But then I actually tried it. For a week, then a month, and now I make my bed every single day. By doing this first thing in the morning, you've already started your day with productivity. It's about proving to yourself, within 5 minutes of waking up, that you're capable of completing something. Making my bed was the first micro win that led to macro discipline. Because once your bed is made, skipping the gym feels a little more criminal. Leaving dishes in the sink? Now it feels off. And it's not about being neat. It's about being in control of your space and your standards. You walk past that made bed later in the day, and it quietly says, you showed up for yourself today. Small fix, huge win. 2. Bible reading and prayer. Before opening TikTok or YouTube, I open the Bible. Just 10 minutes. Sometimes longer. Sometimes just one verse hit so hard, I had to sit in silence afterward to think or reflect on it. Then I'd pray. Some mornings it sounded like gratitude. Other mornings it was just, Lord, I don't have it today. Please help. And that small habit grounded me in a way cold showers never could. Because life will punch you in the face. The question is, what were you anchored to before the hit came? Reading scripture gives you direction. Prayer gives you peace. 3. Wake up before the world. Waking up at 9 a.m. sounds great until you realize you're starting your day 3 hours behind your future self. I used to roll out of bed late, immediately overwhelmed, already reacting to a day I hadn't even started. And I'm not saying wake up at 5 a.m. to run 5 miles or do 100 burpees. I'm just saying, wake up before the noise. When there's not 1 ounce of noise, just pure quiet. The kind of quiet that feels like a clean slate.
4. Phone-free walks. Go on a walk without your phone. No music, no podcasts. Just you, nature, and that one squirrel who stares at you like it knows all your secrets. At first it feels weird, like your brain starts glitching. You reach for your phone out of habit, and then remember, oh no, it's just me and nature right now. Just straight up boredom. And that's exactly where the magic starts. Somewhere on this walk, ideas surface and thoughts untangle. Some of my best ideas, video concepts, decisions, personal clarity, didn't come from a book or podcast. They came 15 minutes into a peaceful walk. So yeah, leave the AirPods, walk with your thoughts, and maybe wave to the squirrel. He's been through a lot too.
5. The deep work hour. This one didn't just change how I work, it changed who I am when I work. It's called a deep work hour, but don't let the name fool you. It's not about working longer, it's about working like your soul's on a deadline. Before I started this, I used to spend 5 hours pretending to work, but now I block 1 focused hour, 1 hour where distractions are illegal. And in that single hour, I get more done than I used to in an entire distracted afternoon. Trust me. Try this and you will be shockingly productive. 6. Lift heavy weights. Look, I'm by no means a gym bro. I don't own pre-workout and I've never shouted, "Let's go!" mid-rep. But there's something primal, borderline therapeutic, about walking into a room full of heavy objects and deciding you're strong enough to pick them up. It's you versus gravity, and somehow, it teaches you more about life than most books ever will. At first, I lifted like I was trying to impress the ghosts of my high school insecurities. But after a few weeks, it stopped being about looks. It became about focus and power. Lifting made me disciplined. It taught me how to show up when I didn't feel like it, how to push when it hurts. It's one of the best ways to build physical and mental strength at the same time. 7. Hydration. Like a superpower. You ever have one of those days where you're tired, unfocused, or moody? You might just be dehydrated. Yeah, not heartbroken, just overdue for a glass of water. When I started this habit, I wasn't just drinking water. I was in a relationship with it, chugging 20 ounces first thing in the morning, keeping a bottle next to me like it was a security blanket for my nervous system. See, your brain is basically a sponge that runs on electricity. No water, no function. You're not tired, you're just buffering. Once I upped my hydration game, everything changed. Mental fog? Gone. Energy dips? Reduced. It almost feels like a scam, but I treat water like a performance enhancer. Because it is. For your focus, your skin, your mood, your muscle recovery, and even your metabolism. Drink enough, and suddenly you're walking around like your brain just got a software update. 8.
8. Read 10 pages, not tweets, not Reddit threads. Actual books with page numbers. At first it felt weird. 10 pages? That's it? But something crazy started happening. The more I read, the more I started thinking like someone with long-term memory and a future. Instead of reacting to every notification like a squirrel on espresso, I found myself pausing to actually think. One chapter of a solid book can rewire more neurons than an hour of motivational YouTube. And let's be real, 10 pages doesn't sound life-changing, but it stacks. 300 pages a month, that's a book. 12 books a year. Do that for 3 years, and you've got an unofficial degree in not being mediocre. 9. Journaling. Some days, journaling felt like therapy. Other days, it looked like a wasted mess. But guess what? It worked. Because journaling isn't about writing something profound. It's about writing something true. It's dumping your mental junk drawer onto paper and sifting through the mess to find the one thought worth keeping. I'd start out stressed, spiraling. By the end of one page, things felt lighter. Writing gave me space to think without interruption. No algorithm, no unsolicited opinions. Just me, my thoughts, and a blank page that doesn't judge. It made me more honest, more self-aware, and forced me to face things I'd usually avoid with distractions and snacks. 10. Daily self-reminder. No one is coming to save you. This one hit me like a truck. No mentor, no rich friend with insider secrets. It's just you. You are the hero and the rescue team. Both. The moment you stop outsourcing your breakthrough, your transformation begins. No more once I get noticed or when someone believes in me. Believe in yourself so hard people have to catch up. You're not stuck. You're in process. You're not the victim. You're the one holding the pen. Because life will hand you excuses on a silver platter. But discipline and drive, that's built internally. You want change? Become the person who doesn't need saving. Because nobody's coming. The only one who will save you is you.